Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par and I'm gonna be playing my DeathWorld map now. In the previous episode we set up this Covarex enrichment process and it seems to be doing something. Well, we also set up uranium ore deliveries, I believe, maybe, probably. And this process that like reprocesses the ore, it's still missing a couple of speed modules. Mark II, Speed Models 2, it's okay, like it's doing at least something, and we are getting, some items. So we see that we have almost 1000 of uranium 238, right? And all uranium 235 that we are getting, it's going into Covarex to like get it started. Okay, good. Now, today, what I'd like to do, I would like to... Yep, I'm not gonna be hit by the train this minute. Today I'd like to design a nuclear reactor that will be placing on the lake. There is a very specific design that I really enjoy, that I've been using since, I don't remember since when, like 017, 018, long time. I've been using it for a while, and let's try to build it. So I will be using 4x2 reactor block, and let's say we'll place. Let's just try to kind of come up with the design here where we have lots of space, and afterwards we'll be able to create a blueprint and build it properly. So these are our reactors. 4x2. If you take a look at the wiki, you'll see that basically the formula for these kinds of setups is 160 times the number of reactors, basically 8 minus 160. So it's like, in our case, it's 160 times 7, which is 1120. That's the amount of power that we'll be producing. If you look at these things, we can see that heat exchanger is producing 10 megawatts of power. Well, it's able to consume 10 megawatts of heat, and that means that it will get 10 megawatts of power. The turbine, though, it is able to handle 5.8 megawatts. So 2 turbines is actually more than one heat exchanger is able to produce. However, I'm not going to be introducing any pipes in this design because this is going to be our main power, and I'd like to think that the design that I've been using for a while, I'd like to think that it's pretty EPS updates per second efficient. Nowadays, actually, with the improvements to the fluids, maybe it's better to minimize not the amount of pipes, but the amount of heat pipes, because I don't know whether heat pipes were actually optimized. So maybe this design is not exactly the most modern one, but we'll be using it and we'll see how it goes. Right, so how do we want the thing to go? Since this consumes 10 megawatts and we have 1120, means that we need to place 112 of these blocks. So we need to find space for 112 of these things. Let's try and do it. So, first of all, I probably want to have substations somewhere because it always takes me forever to find them. I need to fix my tool belt or whatever this thing is called. Right, let's say we'll try to keep stuff symmetrical. Okay, not like this, like this. Try to keep it symmetrical mostly. If you place it here, we should be able to connect it on the other side just fine. We could have something like this on this side, and we can try to build this spot maybe up to which point? That's the question. Maybe up to this point. Not sure we're able to fit in here. To fit 12. Oh, sorry, 10. if I do it like this, it's gonna be 12. How much space do we have? I'd like to be able to fit, at the very least, a rubber port somewhere here. So there seems to be enough space for another port if you do it like that. Let's see. So we have 11 now. If we copy that and bring it up, then we'll have 22. That means that we... And we'll obviously have exactly the same thing on the other side, right? Let's flip it like that. Have exactly the same thing on the other side. That's 66 already placed. Well, no, not 66, what I'm saying. It's 44. 44 of heat exchangers placed. We could try to place them here. Well, I mean, we definitely could try. Probably. We probably not have enough space. It's fine. So if we tried to place them like this, maybe starting from that point, 1, 2, 3. So we can comfortably place like 4 of them. Like this. And we'll have heat pipes. Maybe even connecting things like that. So we have heat pipes connected to this 4, and they're coming kind of from one reactor. So let's think. If you look at these 2 reactors, we want 112 heat exchangers in total. That means that in 1/4 of this build, we would want to have 112 divided by 4. It's 28. We want to have 28 heat exchangers for 2 reactors, meaning that one reactor is able... Well, it's actually a wrong calculation because these reactors have lower neighbor bonus. So one reactor is able, like if they were equal, one reactor would be able to support 14, right? But here we have only 4. Well, okay, one thing. Alright, it's not the correct thing. Okay, what we know? We know for sure that this reactor needs to support more than 14 heat exchangers. This one is supposed to support less than 14, but I would assume it wants to support more than 4. So we want to have both of these reactors connected to this thing, right? Let's give them the connection. So let's say this will be connection from this reactor, right? And this reactor... How can we connect things? Maybe we could connect things like that. I'm not fully sure actually about that. But this way the heat should be able to travel from this reactor over there. Maybe we could even do it like this. Right, if you do it like this, we will not get extra heat from here. So it's kind of, I guess, more isolated, more direct flow of the heat. Or we could just connect them here and have like slightly longer heat travel distance. It's fine. It's fine either way. Let's say we'll have a power pole here. Rubber port would actually go... Should it go there? Or should it go there? Let's maybe keep the rubber port right here. And we will have space for a rudder like that. So we could have like a couple of rudders. Nice. The problem though. The real problem is that we have 24, but we want 28. We want 28. That means that we need to extend this thing a little bit. So that's how it's gonna work. Right? Is that correct? What I'm doing? See if you place it there. Oh, big rock is in the way. It's fine. You can place the build here. And we can place the build here. I don't think you'll need so many rudders. Should I keep them like this or like that? Let's keep them like this. And it's completely symmetrical, we can like rotate it. It's all gonna work just fine. Now we have, let's check whether we are covering everything with the power poles. And we we do not cover everything that we want to. That's set. We could, let's check, let's take a look at what's going on here. So if we had this thing placed there, then we could have problems. Oh, another thing that I'd like to do, I'd like it to be able to kind of connect to itself. If I I want to stamp it on the legs and just be like, I want all like RoboPort and like power connections to like I want them to I want these blocks to like attach to themselves via power network and via logistics network. For logistics network, there is attachment vertically because this thing would overlap, right? If I copy it and like paste it like this, it would connect vertically, but it doesn't connect horizontally. That's the problem. And with vertical connection, let's think a little bit about that. We need, what do we need? We need to place the pumps right here. When we are placing a pump, do we have a pump? Offshore pump, like this thing. This thing. When we are placing a pump, it will go like this, but it needs this part to be on water. And if we placed the pump on the opposite side, where is our pump? I lost it. So if we have pump here and pump here on the opposite side, it means that these substations will not connect. So if you move them one tile down, while one tile away, we should actually have connection established here. That's good, and we'll have space for pumps. So these pumps will be connected right here. We have vertical RoboPort connection. These pumps similarly will be connected from here, but that means that we probably want to step away by one here as well, like that, so that these substations can be shared between the builds. I will move this one to the right a little bit, and the hope is that it still covers. Yes, look at this. It still covers the steam turbines. So we basically have power poles, well, substations, covering everything that they need to cover. It will be a tileable build that will be really nice. One other thing, horizontal connection with like RoboPorts. We need to add a RoboPort here, and we, I think, have space there because this is centered, completely centered, and it should be able to attach to itself. Let's do the following. Let's copy this part. We'll flip it. We'll paste it here. We'll paste it here. Flip it again. Paste it here. So this will be kind of the build that we'll be using. This will be our build. Check this out. It looks, I mean, it's blinking a lot, but that's basically going to be our power build. And let's double check. So this thing, we're missing power. Segment power heat delivered here. So we'll have heat delivered here, heat delivered here. This heat is there. It's coming from this reactor. The other heat is coming from this reactor. Yep, just like that. Just like that. And the best part is that we actually have some space for the chests here, so we can even like tell the robots to deliver the fuel and like take away used fuel from there. So it all should work. If we copied it and pasted it right here, it connects just fine. Logistic network connects. There is space right here for the offshore pumps. And if we connect it here, it should also connect, and there should also be like space for offshore pumps in this area and this area, right? So I would say that is it. I would say that's our nuclear plant design. The problem with this, so I will be placing it on a lake, and I want to have this area, and like on the sides. So I want 1, 2, 3, wait, 1 pair, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want 6 pairs of water to be like pumping water in there. I'm not sure whether one pipe of water is enough to power 12 of them. Let's see. So they require 103 water per second. And one of this, where is it? This thing is providing 1200. So strictly speaking, one pump is not enough to fully power all of that. It's not quite enough. So this basically line will not be working on 100%, and this will not be working 100%, and obviously like the ones above. So it's not exactly 1120 megawatts. It's maybe like somewhat smaller, somewhat lower, like 1100, maybe 1100 or 1050. It's like, it's gonna be a little bit smaller, but you know what? It's fine. I like the design. I think I reconstructed it properly. It doesn't matter. The important part is that even if it's not exactly what I used in the past, it matches. We can match it like that. Both logistic network and power network, like electric network, get the connection, and it's given us more than 1 gigawatt of power. That's it. Don't care about anything else. This is a little important criteria. Let's try and figure out how we would, if I place it here, it's gone. Right. How we would place the things here. So we'll have active providers probably. I think that's what I'd like to use. What is the size of this? Is this like 5 by 5? How? Okay, so let's say we'll have fast inserting things here, taking things from there. It will work just like that. We can also, oh right, let's make an improvement to the build. I want to improve it. We'll improve it. I will have it enabled by default in turned off state. How about that? Let's try and do that. So we'll have one of this here, one of this here, and one of this here, let's say. We'll do the same thing on the other side. And I want the build to be disabled by default. So what we'll be asking for here, we'll be asking for a little bit of uranium fuel cell. And by a little bit, let's say for, should we be asking for like 10? Or like 2? Let's always have, you know what, let's have, I don't want to have too much. Let's have 5. It's okay. No, it's too much. If you have 1. Right, it should be enough, because we have 200 seconds for the thing to be delivered. Yes, so 1 should be totally enough. You might even request one from buffer chest, because why else would we be using this thing if not for powering the reactor? So we are taking them from everywhere. And we might have some buffer chests nearby to like help with deliveries. Okay, this is active provider chest. That is okay. obviously unlimited. I would like to have a control wire connecting all of these inserters, like all of them. Okay, we cannot let it go like this, but we can connect it like that. So we have control wire connecting these inserters, and I'd like to tell them that they're supposed to work if signal E enabled is greater than 0. So they will not be normally working. Let's double check. This is red. We can see like red icon. Never use this mechanism, but should work just fine. Where is our combinator? Here is the combinator. And let's say we'll be controlling it. We should do it right here. This is the spot where we'll be controlling this whole thing. And we'll say that output signal E equal 1, but it is disabled by default. So by default, these inserters will not be working. And then once they enable, they suddenly will start working. And what this allows us to do, it should allow us to build this, like to paste the blueprint. Then we'll just wait for the robots to construct it, and once it's constructed, we'll turn on the switch. Right? That's basically the idea. We'll just turn it on, and it's gonna work from that moment on. I actually maybe would like to move it to the left, so that this line is kind of more vertically connecting the things. Nice, like that. Maybe I should bring it over there. What's a good spot for this? I think I probably like this placement a little bit better. Like this. Okay. Making random change. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking really good to me. So we'll proceed with this design. This is gonna be our reactor design. Can we make it chunk aligned somewhat? No, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I do not think it can be made to be chunk aligned. Can it? No, it cannot. It's not gonna be chunk aligned. That's fine. Yeah, creating this blueprint. We'll call it power. This much, right? And I mean, what should we do? We should, let's call it nuclear reactor. I don't know which icons to use for that. Maybe like this stuff. And here we'll say that it's 4x2. It's basically like this kind of build. How much do we need? We need 8 reactors, 112, 224, and we need 312. Okay, let's remember 312 heat pipes. So we are making this blueprint. We'll place it, I don't know, like somewhere there maybe. Let's delete all of that. It's not gonna be useful to us. Okay, all of this is gone. What's happening? Not enough basic logistics. Oh. Okay. Sorry about that, robots. I'm really sorry. Just, no, I should just remove this thing. It's gonna work just fine. Let's help them. Let's help the robots collect all of that. So that's our reactor. We even should be able to kind of check how it fits on the water. Just collect all of that. Collecting, good. The other robot will hopefully catch up. Okay, we can help it. Catch up to us. Nice, let's go. 312, was it? Yes, I think it was 312. Oh, we can double check it. We can just hover over here. 312 pipes. I'd like this thing to produce 312 pipes. I want to basically have 312 pipes in the in my like logistic network, and this is 224, I believe, right? That's the idea. I also would like to have, let's see here, I'd like to have some nuclear like fuel cells. Maybe let's say like 1000 is a good amount to aim for. Yeah, let's say we want to have 1000. We are not producing them yet, but it's okay. So this is for the reactors. This part is just so that our convex enrichment is working and is somewhat limited. And this thing is for uranium fuel cells. Good. That is actually great. What's happening? Do we have turrets? Oh, sorry, not turrets. Do we have bullets? We have 20 bullets. That's not a lot. We are waiting for the train. And the train, it's not coming because it's waiting for more bullets. Yeah, we just don't have bullets. That's unfortunate. That's pretty sad, actually. Okay, let's go up there. Let's go up there, and we would like, so we are not gonna be needing chunks for that. We'd like to figure out how to place all of those things. How do we do that? So, I see these islands. I probably want to place, like, to rearrange the things so that the islands are right in the middle of this block. Kinda, this is one island. If you make it like this, then we'll have a problem. Unless we shift it to the side. But if you shift it like this, then we have 1, 2, 3. The fourth one mightn't work that well. Okay, let's take another look. So we want to have the island here. Here. Potentially here. 1, 2, 3. So that was 3. And here, 4th, we will not quite be able to connect it unless you move it slightly to the left. So if you do it like this. So we want to make sure that there is enough place, like enough space to place the... To make sure that there's enough space to place the offshore pumps. So if you do it like this, have this built here, we'll have something here, that kind of makes sense. We'll have something here, we will have something here, that we will not be able to place that one unless we do it here. Okay, if you do it here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have a problem. Let's ignore these things. Let's say we are starting from here, and we just want to make sure that vertically we will not have a problem with these islands, and we shouldn't really have if we built it. Like that. Okay, 1. Let's do it maybe from the side. 1, 2, 3. Looks to me like everything should work just fine. Do it like this. Let's do this. So let's say we have one here, then this one will be problematic. We want to move it a little bit to the right. No. Maybe we could move this one to the left. Maybe we should do it like this. 1, 2, should be fine. For third one we will not have space, but we'll have space for 2 more there. Right, let's try to move it here. We'll have one. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, I like it. And the ones above should be fine, because the ones above, they are less than half of a width. That means that we shouldn't have a problem with like the middle part taking some. So basically, if we align it like that, we don't care about what's happening above, because we will always have space, like some water, to place the pumps. So this is our vertical line. Okay, let's do this. This is our vertical line. We just need to find a good space, kind of like horizontally. Can we run it there? Let's take a look. So this is our vertical line. Now set it to the side like that. That's it. And we would like to build stuff, I'm not sure, as close to the bottom as we can. Or just like somehow. Should we like try to make it chunk aligned a little bit? Would that be a good idea or not really? So if you place it like this, okay, then it's not the greatest idea. Let's cancel it. Let's try again. This time slightly to the left. Okay, if we do it here, like that. How do you find the spot? Like this one. And then we move it up. This one is covered, this one is having potential issue, we need to move it slightly to the left. Okay, let's say we will not be trying to make it even remotely chunk aligned. We'll just build it somehow. So if we build it like this, let's see. Okay, like that. Like that. Is it gonna work? I like it. We'll do it like this. We'll stick with it like this. This is gonna be our build. It's just a bit tricky to kind of reproduce it properly now. Right, like this. That's what we are trying to build. That means that we also have like some space to build it right there. The main problem is that we have water over there. Okay. Let's do this. Let's say we will be landfilling that area. This is a good thing that I'm doing. Right. So we'll try to landfill like a segment over there. Hope it's a good spot for it. I really do. The robots should fly up there and help with landfilling. Where are our robots? Let's try again. This is our reactor. And we are placing it like this. Right? Okay. Okay. That's good. Is this the lowest that we actually have? Let's take a look. Is this the lowest that we have here? It just might be, or maybe not. So that's the placement that we decided to go with, I believe. Right? No, that is it. So we actually... Okay, let's see. We have 1, 2, 3 lines here. We'd like to have one more line, so we'll need 3 of this added pretty much across the board. That's how we want the spot to be landfilled. Good. So it's gonna be tricky, and it's like in the first iteration of this, because we do not actually have like landfill as part of the blueprint, right? So that's the problem. If we place these things, I need to place a substation, and I need to place it right here, slightly below. Let's try to do this very, very carefully. So I want to place it not here, but one tile below, here. And the second one, where should the second one go? We'll figure this part out later. We'll figure that out later. For now, we can tell that we'd like to landfill that area, probably. I'd like to landfill it over there. Do we have enough landfill? I don't think we even have enough landfill. We should probably tell this build, which is producing landfill here. Probably want to upgrade these things first of all, and second, they're like waiting for the input. Let's say we'll have fast inserter here and fast inserter there, and by fast I mean like stack inserter. I'm surprised. What's the limit here? What is the limit of the thing? Oh, like that? No, that's not enough. Let's say we want. Let's say we want to have like a completely full chest of the landfill. We want lots of landfill available to us all the time. Okay, let's try again. So we are taking this and placing it right there. Nice. Now, the next placement of the power pole should happen slightly to the right, and we can actually safely landfill everything up to the line, up to the chunk line here. We will not be using no, this is wrong. We'll need to remove it from our blueprint. So I accidentally landfill a little bit more than I should have. It's okay. It's okay. We are just trying to come up with a good design here. Nice. We'll want to have exactly the same thing done on this side, so I think it's over there, right? I feel it's this one. Okay, let's paste it again. This. And let's actually see where the next one should be. The next one should be on the right side of this. So basically right here. And the other one should be one tile behind the line over there. Okay, now if we blueprint this part, maybe I should check that it's actually done correctly. Let's give them the power. Let us connect them with the power like I don't know, like that. And we need to have like a power connection like this. Okay, something over there. Let's see how it goes. So now we have power connection here. What's happening with our power, by the way? We have some crude oil that we are using. We are short on power. That's bad. we're short on power. We really need to get our nuclear plant up and running, and the Covarex, it's like 14. We need 40. And not 14. Right, what I was saying. We can copy this thing. We can first check that it fits nicely. It does. And now that we know that, we can copy this part, take it as a blueprint. With the tiles, of course, we have 12 tiles. We will rotate that, and we'll paste it there. So this is the placement for the other power poles on that side. And now the robots have actually lots of space. One thing, how this part is done, let me take a look. So we have this one kinda placed right here, I believe. Okay. Let's do it like this. It's a bit unfortunate that we don't have enough landfill. We don't have enough landfill produced. And this thing is not exactly the fastest landfill production. We could maybe grab some of it, like from potentially from here. We could do it like this, I think. We'll need a power pole connection, maybe like that. And we should double our landfill production with this. Now, if we paste it again, what's gonna happen? We filled out this area. We might be having some problem with connecting the pumps, now that I think about it. So if we take the pump, we cannot just connect it like this. We need one more tile of water, right? Sorry, of land. Like right here. Like right here and right here. We need 2 more tiles, I think. So with these tiles in place, we should be able to take... is it? I already lost it. This thing? Right, we should be able to place it here and here. You know what? It might actually look nice if we also filled out these 2 tiles. Should we do that? Let's do that. Let's say we'll have these 2 tiles placed as well. This is looking nice. And we'll want to have exactly the same thing, so we pretty much can like copy this blueprint with the tiles. We would like to have exactly the same thing right here. Oh, no. No, because there is less space in there between them. 1, 2, 3. So we can do it like that. What's happening? We are losing things. Because we suddenly started producing... Oh, right, so that's what happened. Once we have enough red circuits, which is actually a slight surprise to me, but okay. Once we have enough of them, we started exporting some plastic to the left, I think. Yes, here. It reached this part and we were able to produce the artillery thingies. Good. We almost have the power. We almost have nuclear power working. How is our landfill production? So we're producing landfill there, producing landfill there. What's the situation with the modules? We do have prod modules and speed modules. That is actually great. That's actually great. You know what that means? It means that I can run further down there and I can improve some parts of our build. For example, we can give speed modules to our landfill production, right? Landfill production. It has a problem with getting enough of the stone. So we could do something like this. We could... What should we speed module first? That's the question. What's the most important thing that needs to be speed modeled? I would say it's the production of speed modules. How do we go through this? Right, I would say this is the part that needs speed modules the most. Not this one. This one. So we have speed modules here. Say here, here, here. This is the part that will benefit from speed modules the most. So that we are producing speed modules even faster. Good. That's good. This... I don't see a point in speed moduling this, because it's unable to keep up with like normal demand as is. Let's go up there. Let's double check what's happening with this build. One thing that we can pretty safely do now, I think about it, but basically grab this thing and tell it that, you know, we want to landfill. Oh, I need to do it with the shift key. We would like to landfill all of that like this. That seems to be like a pretty safe. Oh, right, this thing. Not interested in that at all. Just like, you know, just remove all of that and you'll use it up for like a proper, for our first plant here. That's just the second plant that we'll cover with landfill, I guess, later on. Right, and here, what we can do, we can paste these two things. They will be delivered. Nice. So we are slowly building the thing. We designed the power plant. Now it's just a matter of landfilling everything. We even around there. We even figured out exactly how to like landfill it. And if we, let's double check. If you paste it here, there is enough space right there for the offshore pumps. Right, let's take another look. As you can see, there is enough space above for the pumps, and if we place it like that, there is still enough. You'll actually need to landfill a little bit below this heat exchangers right here. Great. We found awesome place for it. So now it's just a matter of like, you know, waiting a little bit and then waiting a little bit more. So first we are waiting for the landfill to be produced and for all the components that are needed for nuclear plant to be made, like this part specifically. We need turbines, we need heat thingies, heat pipes, and we need heat exchangers. But we also need this thing. Speaking of that, let's actually set this up that we no longer have an issue with red circuits. So it requires lots of stuff. I don't want to deliver all of this. I'm kind of using the trick that MoJD suggests, like the author of this, like the creator of this design for them all. They suggest to just ask for lower amounts of components. Let's say we'll ask for like 100, 100, 100, and 100. We need copper, steel, red circuits, and concrete. Let's do this. Copper, steel, red circuits, and concrete. Where is our concrete? Concrete is right here. So we'll do it like that. Suddenly this thing started requesting materials. They will go and be delivered into this nuclear reactor. We might be having some other issues with like some other things that we are supposed to be building, but I'm not even sure whether that's really the case now. We don't need to produce anything here. We are trying to produce this part with an arithmetic combinator, which is good. Okay, it's already done. Do we have any other purple signs? How come we are trying to produce plastic? Okay, I guess we are requesting plastic somewhere, but we have like shortage of it. I think it's for the military. It has to be for the military stuff. And personal laser defense. I'm a bit worried about building it, because then I will lose eligibility for the achievement, raining bullets. And that's like, we are not even trying to build it here, or are we? It's supposed to be produced here, I think, right? Personal laser defense. Let's take a look. We don't even have it researched, yes. So I'm not sure what to think about that one. I'm not sure what's happening. We are experiencing difficulties because we actually don't have bullets. What? How come? Okay, train. Go for it. Deliver bullets, but not there. No. Go here. Deliver bullets over there. Okay. Now you are doing that. How many bullets did it bring? Well, I don't actually see how many bullets are here. Did it bring any bullets at all? Well, at least it brought repair packs. And we do have bullets here. So I guess it's okay. It is okay. Let's take a break here. We designed our nuclear plant that will be, which will, the first one will like quadruple the amount of power that we have. But we just need to hang on tight until we have all the materials ready, until all of it is built, and until we like consumed lots of stone from here and like land filled the area, like part of the lake, where we'll have our nuclear. Okay, good. Sounds good. Let's take a break here. Thanks everyone for watching. This was episode 67, where we were focusing on our nuclear plant. Cheers!